very scary.
It didn't scare me.
I don't think it has anything to do with it.
Is he allowed to say that? I don't think he has anything to do with it. So he said, you know, it's up to him. His teammate is thinking, and he goes, I don't think he has anything to do with it.
He said, Jesus Christ.
Well,
I
that's
think
kinda, I don't know. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll let it go this time.
It might have something to do
But
with
you're
it.
doing the string bets. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Well, what are you doing over there anyway?
Well, in the middle of all this, Peter Roach technically has the best hand, nines with the king kicker. But it's hard to see how he can withstand much pressure unless a jack comes, Bart.
You need to give them a hand. Is it on me?
Yeah, if you've been easier on there.
Oh, check.
The under-over when this was going to deteriorate was hand 20. I think the unders have won.
3,000.
This is going to be a mess.
I'm probably even more pissed off.
We'll be in the bar.
Down at the end. You can buy us a drink if you don't tell us a bad beat story.
You know, Gus Hansen, he bet 1,000 on the flop part. By the time he bet 3,000 on the turn, it started looking like a big bet. As it was, it was nothing. It's amazing how illusions. I mean, he looked like he was trying to milk everybody, and really all he was trying to do was get a few cheap cards. Here's a chance for you to get involved. Let's have a look at our fantastic competition. With nations getting into a football frenzy, we want to get you in the football mood with our competition. We have 10 World Cup shirts to give away thanks to Europe's leading online sports store, kitbag.com. You can select which shirt you'd like from any of the teams competing in the World Cup. From England to Germany to Brazil, you can wear your favorite shirt just by answering the following question. A pair of kings is known as, is it A, monkey, B, King Kong, or C, Godzilla? To enter, just go to www.5.tv/poker and answer the question. Enters must be over 18, and the competition closes midnight on the 27th of June. And you can find out more on all things poker by logging onto that website, www.5.tv/poker. There's everything you need to know on there about the beautiful game, including how to play and what beats what. Click on Test Yourself to discover your poker style and just how good you are at spotting a bluffer. You can also watch video tutorials with top players, and of course, there's our competition. Click on Win to enter. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a pro, there's something for everyone. We've seen a couple three-way all-ins in this tournament, but it just seems like the conditions are right for that for that old chestnut, the six-way all-in.
Yeah, it's a bit more rare than the double eagle.
If there is a six-way all-in, I'd like to bet Cascarino's got the aces.
You know,
Hi, Sammy.
you know, there is a theory that when the silly season starts, everybody joins in. It's kind of like the full moon. People get a little bit giddy at the table. All of a sudden, guys start doing stuff they wouldn't normally do on this spot.
Well, you know, if that does happen, you have to feel like it suits Gus Hansen down to a T. I mean, that's his comfort level, isn't it?
Oh yeah. You can drag these guys down to his own level. He'll absolutely murder them. Oh, this is going to be one of the great heats.
3 against 1 here.
It's like a street fight.
Oh yeah, and everybody's armed.
Raise 4,000 more, 5 total.
Cascarino saying no cheap flop, pumping this one up, the ace-jack.
Call.
And, you know, out of position, Parg, he could very easily get a flop that he doesn't like.
Well, Hansen had limped in there, and he doesn't want to mess around in the flop with Hansen. So this is he's sticking with the tactics he come up with before this heat. So Hansen.
Well, for taking this flop, it is Tony Cascarino against the three Danes, Parg.
I could take the old team out here.
Do you like
Yeah, go on.
This could be the shortest heat ever. It's very interesting that Gus called the raise with the ace-9 there, because he threw away ace-9s to a raise in his heat for about 3,000 as well.
Well, Christophe has the up and down straight draw, but it's A huge flop for Jorgensen.
Cool.
Top pair and a flush draw. And should he have raised there, Park?
I'm up.
Pass.
Or will Cascarino just let bygones be bygones?
Oh, I'd imagine so.
As it turns out, if Cascarino, if he hits
Mr.
his jack,
Cascarino's in the house.
he hits his jack, he's going to be in terrible trouble.
Slightly off.
If it comes the ace of hearts, it's
I
going
almost
to be
don't want
worse.
him to just move a little
Cascarino would
around
probably
in
be
the
better
house.
off now if he
Be
fell
very much
asleep right now.
appreciated.
10.
Yeah.
2.
I don't like the 10.
Well, amazingly, Tony still has the best hand.
No, Jorgensen's got the pair of tens, Park.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But a flush draw
Sorry,
now.
he's got the best hand after Jorgensen, who's obviously got a pair of tens and a flush draw.
Well, I'm just
I'm
thinking,
surprised you hadn't spotted that, Jesse.
checked around to Jorgensen. And how much will Cascarino pay for his flush?
First of all, we'll see how much Jorgensen's going to charge.
19.
19,000.
Well, he's better.
Cool.
Quick call. And
Pass.
actually, Christoph, they would have liked to see him in that hand. He was a jack blocker for Cascarino, who now has...
Well, he got in pretty cheap for the flush, but he also may feel that the ace or the jack may be good.
Here's the river. Cascarino looking for a little help. He
Five.
hasn't got it. And will Jorgensen think that the pot's big enough? Oh, defensive.
15,000.
Well, now there's a question. Jorgensen must be wondering what Cascarino was calling him with, because he's actually got the heart vow that you could put Cascarino on in the first place. It's, certainly if Tony bet 25 or 30 here, I think Jorgensen would be passing it immediately.
Well, if he goes back to the beginning of the hand, Park, I mean, is it possible to put him on what? Could he have played a high pair like this?
Well, if he goes back to the beginning, he might wonder why he played with the 10-6 in the first place. just on a point of order. Yeah, we've seen Jorgensen make a few of these what the hell calls before.
Could the 5 have helped Tony Cascarino?
No. I think Jorgensen is definitely going to call this.
It's a real Rebus puzzle, isn't it? I mean, it was a very funny hand in the beginning, but now the pot's 91,000. And Jorgensen looking at it.
Pot's way too big for him to throw it away. He's just trying to decide whether to go all in or not. And
he's thinking maybe there's a hand he can take Tony Cascarino off of.
I have absolutely no idea what he's thinking. He's going to call him anyway.
He has called. It'll be interesting to know what Jorgensen was thinking about. The 10s are good, beating the ace high, and that is a pretty big pot that has ended this first level. But
the new blinds are 2,000 and 2,000.
they were bound to come
We're gonna
sooner or
change the
later.
deal up.
And been a bit of an up and down level for Cascarino. Denmark looking very good right now.
Well, it's been a very good level for Denmark because they've managed to transfer about 50,000 in chips from Kim's stack to Theo's via 3 or 4 other players, which they would have settled for at the start of this level, I'm sure.
No, it was the house requester. That's why I'm asking.
If we're playing the chat, we requested each earlier.
No, but that didn't happen, is what I'm saying.
I mean, this is why Mad Martin gets the big bucks. He's got to listen to all these inquiries. Some of them frivolous, some of them serious. And now you've got the wisdom to tell the difference.
He's the Solomon of tournament directors.
Oh, yeah.
Park, that was a fold
And very good with children.
by Kim Christofte under the gun with the 2 8s. Very, and he had about 40,000 left. A very disciplined fold there.
Cool.
And as it is,
Pass.
Well, he'd like to give Andy a spin here in this circumstance, wouldn't he? Or Peter with the ace king and an ace and a king gone.
it is Theo Jorgensen, though, who is cold behind the roach raise with the king 10. Not nearly as good a hand to play against the ace king as the
It's hard
ace.
to imagine Gus throwing this away.
All Gus can do, not to re-raise there.
Well, if Tony's been drinking during the break, we could find that Kim has passed the best hand here. In a little 4-way pot.
That's
No,
very
nice
nice.
pass from Tony. He knows his ace juice is a trouble hand in this spot.
3-way here, and it looks like the Danish have their sights set on Peter Roach, although they're not going to get away from